Welcome to adulthood! Yay! So I am currently 20 years old and being in a new age group is quite different, so I'm going to share a little bit about life lessons that I have learned throughout my 20 years of living. So there are a lot actually, but I'm just going to share whatever that quite important for me and very much crucial for me to share it with all of you, especially to teenagers and those who are still confused about what they're going to do with their life. I'm not good at telling advice about this, but I am trying to maybe help you to gain insight, to get some awareness. Okay, so I am going to start this right away. My life lesson number one is that don't take things too personal. I mean, have you ever experienced one day when you were very excited, you were very happy, and then suddenly your parents or maybe your friends get mad at you when you were just asking about their day, how were their job, how was the day going, how was the school, and then they just lashed out on you and you get all gloomy all day. Well, sometimes it's not even your fault, and it was not your fault and you did nothing wrong, but you felt like you were the one to be blamed, you were the one to be guilty even though you did nothing wrong. Yes, that was what I meant by taking things too personal. You shouldn't feel like that. You shouldn't take things too personal because not everything is about you. Maybe they're just having a bad day on the day, they are not in the mood. So just let things pass by and don't always think that everything is about you. Not everyone thinks about you. Not everyone is judging you. So stop taking things too personal and just enjoy every moment. If you are happy, so be happy, and if you are sad, just be honest and accept your feelings, because as humans it is very normal for us to feel happy for this day, but the next day maybe you might feel a little bit not in the mood, quite moody. Okay, life lesson number two is don't overthink over uncertainties. Yes, do not overthink over uncertainties. I used to be very worried, I used to be very anxious and self-conscious about how people are going to perceive me, how people are going to judge me, especially when it comes to presentation. I just get all shaky because I'm afraid if I say the wrong thing, if I make some stupid things, and people are going to laugh at me, people are going to judge me by how do I look, how I present, and how do I talk, all that things, and then it just makes me forget everything that I want to present when it comes to my turn. But actually when you come to, but now I know that people just don't care a lot about you, they just care about themselves, and people actually just being concerned about themselves, they are actually worried about themselves too. When it comes to their turn, they are getting busy with their own script, they are getting busy with things that they are going to present. So what I want to say is you shouldn't worry too much about how people are going to perceive you, how they're going to judge you, because whatever they say, you just do your best, and whatever makes you happy, just be happy and don't care too much about people, because no matter what you do, there are always people who are going to judge you, who are going to hate you. So I'm not saying that we should hate people, but I'm just saying that as long as you know that you have done your best, you have given all out, so be satisfied with whatever you have achieved. So life lesson number three is that don't be too hard on yourself. Nobody's perfect. So if you have made mistakes, that's okay. Don't blame yourself so much. Don't let your whole day ruin because of one simple mistake that you have done. Just learn from your mistakes and laugh it off. If you have never experienced failure and you have never made a mistake, then you are not growing, you will never grow, because we all learn from mistakes. We learn from our experience, and we learn from people. And if you make mistakes, so just learn from the mistakes and make improvements. There is not a big deal. I shouldn't say that. I mean, there is nothing to be embarrassed, because there's nothing for you to be embarrassed, because everyone makes mistakes. And one more thing is that we tend to focus more on our mistakes instead of our achievements. Even though how small of achievement is, we used to just brush it off and we don't acknowledge it. But when we make a small mistake, it just looks like the end of the world, although it's just a small mistake. So what you should do is actually, if you make a mistake, that's okay, and just laugh it off and learn from your mistakes. And never forget to praise yourself, to give yourself a pat when you achieve something. No matter how small it is still a success for you, and it is achievements that should be acknowledged, especially by yourself. Alright, life lesson number 4 is that love yourself and be yourself. If you want to do something, do it for yourself and not for other people. Don't do something according to people's expectation. Don't do something just to get other people's appraisal, because we are the one who live our own life. And as long as what you do won't bring harm to other people, then that's okay. For example, I love to read books, and although people are going to say that I am a book nerd, I am a bookworm, whatever they're going to label me, as long as it is something fun for me, I love to read books and it is very enjoyable, so don't care about what they say. And yes, of course, don't let other people's judgment to bring you down, to stop you from doing what you want to do, as long as it brings happiness for you and it might bring personal growth for you. So just do it, because no matter what you do, there will be some certain people are going to talk about you, going to bring you down. Why? Because they feel challenged with your own growth, and so instead of bringing themselves up to the level you are at, they will tend to bring you down to the level they are at. Why? Because bringing you down, bringing someone down is much easier than bringing themselves up, because growing up and to obtain personal growth is not as easy as bringing you down. It is harder because you need a lot of courage and you need a lot of effort to bring yourself up from where you are at. Okay, I think that is all for my video this time. I just shared 4 most important life lessons that I have learned throughout my 20 years of living. There are actually more, and if you enjoy this video, you want to know more in detail about my life lessons, you can go to my website, Wordpress website. I will insert it down below in the description of this video. And actually, one more thing I want to say is that it is very normal for teenagers from the age of 12 to 19 to experience confusion, to experience self-concern. They become very concerned about themselves, they self-doubt about themselves a lot, they confused about what they're going to do, what kind of person they're going to be with, because according to Erik Erikson's psychosocial theory, he stated that for teenagers, they are currently experiencing a stage called identity versus role confusion. They just don't quite understand about themselves. They're trying to explore about what kind of community they sit in, what kind of career they enjoyed in, and that kind of thing. So after you come to adulthood, according to my own experience, I think that I have quite a clear objective, a clear goal about what I want to achieve, what I want to have in my life, what kind of principles that I hold on to. So yeah, that's it.